Ran a little late this morning. Hunting here in Wisconsin. You see it's starting to get light in the distance. Still some good cover of darkness right now, but I'm trying to hurry back here. I roosted a gobbler yesterday evening. He had a couple of hens with him. And I didn't have time to put face paint on. I'm trying to get in here real quick before it starts getting too light. Get set up on this gobbler. And go from there. Calm him down with a tree and shoot him. Let's go. If he wasn't awake, he's awake now. There's a turkey in the tree behind me. Man, that couldn't have been my gobbler. That's him sitting there strutting. He was roosted right above my head. I don't know how I'm gonna film all this mess. about to see much out here. It's so freaking dark, but I don't know where my phone's at. Gobbler. Wish you was right up in that tree right there. I don't know where he's at right now. He's moving to my right. Oh goodness. We're like 3 minutes into legal light. Gosh. I can't even believe that. Let me go grab this drink. Before he goes flopping all over the place. I can't believe he actually came back. Yesterday evening, I came over here to Wisconsin after work. And I was going to try and roost a bird. If I did, I told my employer I'd be a little late in the morning because I was going to go hunting. And if I didn't roost one, I'd be on time. Well, I'm going to be late because I got one roosted. I pinned him as being in that thicker woods there, right on the edge of it. So I got in here this morning, run a little late, basically run out here. I didn't even put any face paint on, and got to this little high spot between these trees with this little stemmy stuff around it, figuring that'd be about the best cover. I didn't want to risk getting over there in the woods and being right up under him. I didn't want to go do that. And I didn't really want to hunt out here in this openness because it's like hunting a field bird and you don't have a decoy. But I figured I'd take my chances. I owl hooted just to try and get a bead on where he was at so I could, move my whole setup, camera and everything pointed in that direction. And he didn't gobble. So then I did some soft yelps and little bubble clucks. He didn't gobble that. And I'm kind of peering around the tree, looking for him up in the trees, and I don't see him. And I don't know why, but I just happened to look over my shoulder, and there he was, sitting in the tree there. At first I thought it was a hen. I said, it can't be the gobbler. He's got to be over here somewhere. Well, I got looking at it, and I saw what looked like the beard dangle off. He was facing away from him, but he'd turn every once in a while. I'm like, oh, this ain't good at all. And he appeared to be somewhat nervous. I mean, he's 25 yards from me, 30 yards at the most. And I'm sure he can see me sitting down there on the ground moving. But he pitched off away from me, probably because he saw me sitting there. But he's one of those really hot, you know, in the moment, ready to breed 2-year-olds probably. And so they just throw caution to the wind sometimes. And when I started calling to him, he gobbled and started strutting out here in this little opening. And then he came down here, and I got a little more aggressive with my calling, and he come right up this little lane here. Thankfully, I'd already switched my gun to shoot left-handed and turned my camera facing this way, and it was really low light, so I don't know how much you're gonna see. And as the gobbler came right up through here, he got it right about here, and I did a little bubble cluck just to make him stop, and he stopped here about 10 yards away. That was basically it. End of the hunt. It's just amazing that bird was willing to come back after seeing me sitting right here. I'm sure he saw me. But I missed the location where he's at. But even when he gobbled right behind me at probably 35, 40 yards, he was in a low spot though. It's still, even though he was in a low spot, it should have been much louder. His gobble sounded fairly quiet, and I thought he was way out there in the open. And so that's why I was moving around without, worrying about him seeing me. When I got my gun switched left-handed and got my camera turned around, I saw his head right here at 30 yards coming my way. I was like, oh, he's right here. How about we take a closer look at this bird? He's not real big spurs. Looks like about a ½ inch, really. Decent beard, 9 inches probably. So it's probably safe to say he's a 2-year-old. I think I'm gonna use this stump right over here and get some photos with the glow of the sunrise. And then I gotta get to work, and I'll clean this bird on my break at work, my first morning break.